Hello, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about social media and why people post things because of who they are, and what they come from. The book we'll be talking about today is called Datacilism, written by Christian Rudder. For many of you, though, who do not know about Christian Rudder, he is a entrepreneur, a writer, and a musician. He is also the person who started SparkNotes. So, in his book Datacilism, Who We Are, he has three sections of the book. The first part is what brings us together. So, in this part of the book, it talks about what people have in common and how using the internet the people bring them together. So, it talks about his company, that it was an online dating service, that he did a lot of data for it, and how people through there, it was called OkCupid, and how people put in their interests and how many find who they like and what they have in common with each other, but also how many people lie and why people lie because of this. This book has a lot of graphs and data, and it's just really thoughtful and inciting that you see why people post things, because either people are really confident about themselves, or they post the real who they really are, or people like to lie because they are insecure, or they just don't want people to know the real them. But then when people meet each other in person, it's not good at all. People are like, this is a bad idea, and blah blah blah, stuff like that. But that's what the first part of the book was about. He had a lot of graphs and data basing on all the things he found out throughout his online service, and why certain people find other people attractive and why they don't. But I think that's really interesting, especially with the use of media nowadays and how everybody is so technologically engaged, and how it's really barely any face-to-face communication now. How people find more people attractive through what they post, even though they may be lying. Yeah, that's what really intrigued me. But for the second part, it talks about what pulls us apart. It's the chapter called. It talks about how social media can really change a society, or can really burn people. Like how when employers look at the people's social media websites, and they see that their employees are not acting well, like this can sometimes ruin people's lives, and then people post stupid things. Yeah, it talks about how people aren't really good about what they do on social media, and just how some people aren't smart about it, but also how things can get leaked throughout the social media. And social media is news spreads really quickly in there, and just by with the spreading the fast news, everything just it's really hard, and once it's out there, it's out there. There's no way you can get it back and erase it, basically. And the last part, what makes us who we are, he talks about the final icing to the cake on why we post things, because we do. It really is unknown. Like, many have different psychological reasons for posting certain things and using different methods and trying to get people to notice them, or just people sometimes people are really famous online. Like, people have the phrase, oh, Twitter famous or Instagram famous. Like, what does that even mean? But and then sometimes people meet them in person, they're not really like the loudest or like the most strong characteristic people at all. They're just normal people like everybody else, and they just have like a big ego in online. So it's just really intriguing to read this book and seeing how people do everything because they're behind a computer screen or behind a cell phone. It really shows how much our society is around technology nowadays, and how social media is a big part of all of these kids' lives and my teenage lives. How that's how I personally found most of my news, is through Twitter and Facebook and all that. Like, yeah, I watch the news a little bit, but I don't watch it as constant as I would check my phone or my news feed. And that's how I hear a lot about everything. And same with my friends. Like, all of our friends, like we learn throughout things through like the internet and just everything. I really think the social media has helped us in society today, and it really has helped increase my communication with everybody from my when I was younger, and meeting new friends and like connecting back with them, or like keeping in touch with family members that live across the country. It really has helped. But also, social media can be a bad thing because I feel like sometimes kids focus too much on social media and they don't actually go face to face contact and actually like the term, "oh, go play outside with your friends." Yeah, people say, "oh, that's stupid," but people don't do it. Kids don't do it nowadays. Everybody just likes to hang inside, and even when all my friends are together, we're all still on our phones. I really don't like that. So I just really want this social media is, yeah, it's really cool, but we have to take a step back and not let it like rule our lives forever. Like it can't take control anymore. That's basically it's really social media has helped society, but this book was a really well written book. It gave me a really insight, and it really intrigued me about why people think what they think before they post, and it has a lot of graphs and data about certain subjects of the society, and like maps of where people are and like aging wise. Um, it was really interesting. I would totally recommend this book to anybody who wants to know why people post things and just learn more about the social media and the society that we live in, and just how I love the world today, but just let's not make the social media such a big thing. But yeah, thank you and have a nice day, everyone.
When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love as the leaves turn brown, and we could be together, babe, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon.